Hello and welcome to another update video about Gala. Gala has dropped a little bit further after my last video, and I told you in the previous video or videos that this coin is just going to keep dropping until we see a proper 5-wave move to the upside. Yeah, this is the signal that we need as Elliott wave analysts, because as Elliott wavers we believe that a trend is shifting as soon as you see the first 5-wave move into the other direction. And we're talking here about something more substantial than this. I mean, this might not even be 5 waves. We would have to go to the 5-minute chart to find out. But what we want to see is 5 waves to the upside. And that is the very first signal. It is not a confirmation, but it is the very first signal that things might be changing. And then you get your ABC down. That's even better confirmation. And if we then move up higher in the next 5 wave up, that would be a wave 3. Yeah, had here the wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. When we break above this high of the previous wave 5, that is even better confirmation that the trend is shifting. So with Elliott wave, you have this matter of cascading probabilities. So you have your first signal, then you get the next one, you get the next one. At some point you have something that you could call confirmation, even though I don't like the term confirmation, because it implies that there is something as absolute certainty that if you have confirmation it couldn't go the other way. That's of course not the case. It's all a matter of probabilities. What I wanted to do in this video is just to zoom out a little bit and take a look at the higher level wave count, the options that we have, because with Gala dropping so much, we obviously have a bearish option as well. To be fair, it doesn't really matter too much in the short term which of these two scenarios we take. It will only matter in the recovery phase, yeah, let's say in the next bull run, because it could be, and that is what I believed, and I would still give it a chance, but it's getting challenged, seriously challenged, that we can count this here as a wave 1 to the upside, yeah, due to the strength of it, and then here an A, B, C wave down, and the C wave is a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're now in the wave 5, basically a so-called ending diagonal pattern. In such an ending diagonal pattern, you often get these wedge patterns. Here, yeah, you often get these wedge patterns. You see that the downtrend is slowing down, and you get towards the end of the downtrend. However, ideally, to have high confidence in such a pattern, the chart would stay within, or let's say above, the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement. However, unfortunately, as you can clearly see on this chart, the 88.7% Fib level was at round about 10 cents. So Gala has dropped so much. It has dropped even, well, it has dropped basically 80% after dropping below the 88.7% Fib level. That is, of course, a sign of weakness, and it is one of the charts that dropped most of all crypto charts here, of all, let's say, coins with a notable market cap. And that's a bit critical. Now you can see that we've actually dropped below the beginning, but actually on the Kucoin chart, on the Tether chart, we can actually see that it is going down to 1 cent. So I'm still giving this count a chance. That would imply that in the next bull run, we would move up in a wave 3. We would rally in a wave 3 and have a chance to get to high levels. But I don't know if it's the right time to talk about all-time highs now, but we would get at least, and it's roughly into the area above $1.41 to 174 in such a wave 3, and then in a wave 4 a little bit down, and then in a wave 5 we would get to around 230. Now that's nice upside, but don't think this is absolutely guaranteed. These are targets if we really can recover impulsively, and if we are in the next move up in a wave 3, and if we get to all-time highs. But that's sort of the realistic target you would expect in a new bull run if this coin can recover. However, it just keeps dropping, so that's a bit concerning. The problem is that the alternative count implies that the move to the upside was just a 3-wave move, ABC. It would be a very long wave C. However, on the log chart, it doesn't appear to be that long. Yeah, that's absolutely possible. You've got ABC, 3 waves up, and then 5 waves down. It doesn't make a great difference. It just means that if we have this chart, ABC up and then 5 down, normally you would have to get below the beginning. So we're talking about below 1 cent, yeah, on Kucoin. this is obviously the Binance chart, this is the USD chart, but if I go to Kucoin and if I look at the Tether, you have a slightly different picture. You basically start around 1 cent. Now I don't know how relevant that is, yeah. It all depends, I guess, where we now find support, and that will make it a bit difficult to analyze. I mean, here Gala, Tether on Binance, for example, also started at around 2 cents. So it's a bit, that will make it a bit difficult to analyze it going forward if we then get into a recovery, because we will have to make some assumptions, you know, are we actually in a wave 3, or if we basically reset this entire count and go and assume we had an ABC here in the beginning and then 5 waves down, we basically start from scratch with a wave 1 to the upside. Yeah, so we need to be very sensitive to that. But either way, also here we would then expect that, you know, we've moved down in 5 waves. We had basically here, and there's different ways of counting this. You would say a 1-2 setup, and then you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would even be more bearish because it gives you another 1, 2, right? So we had 1, 2, then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but this would only be the low of the wave 3, and then there would be another 4 and a 5 down. So this is sort of the more bearish interpretation, and with that, if we see some significant upside, it wouldn't mean we are going full bull mode. Yeah, the problem is, as long as we stay below that 88.7% FIB level, which is at 10 cents, so it's significant upside from here, but we could just assume that this is just a wave 4 to the upside, which would result in another wave 5 down. That is the problem if coins drop below the 88.7% FIB level. They need to get a lot of money back in to get some significant upside. Now, I don't want to talk Gala down because I believe it's a fantastic project. I really like the project. I'm still, though, a little bit concerned about the price drop and no sign of stopping. Again, we are at a point here also with this coin that any low could be the last one. However, we are at a point here because we are so far down, so far below the 88.7% FIB level, that I really want to see clear evidence that things are changing. At a very minimum, I would want to see a break out of the wedge to the upside. Then it would even be better to break above this wave 4 high at around 4.9 cents, and then obviously take it from there. And best indication that the trend has shifted substantially and that we're getting even back into a bull run would be a break above the 88.7% FIB level. I'm not aware of any coin that significantly in this bear market dropped below that 88.7 level and has already recovered above it. I'm not aware of it. If you know one, let me know. That would be a strong signal, but yeah, at the moment I'm not sure. But yeah, this is currently at the point where it could break out of this wedge to the downside. If that happens, I think we could fairly quickly drop to 1 cent. Yeah, that's where we are, you know, and again, as soon as we see some upside here, it could just be this additional wave 4 that I mentioned with another leg down, or alternatively, or well, the other possibility is we drop down straight away here and we'll get to 1 cent. But if you look at the indicators, we're already pretty much seeing a decline in negative momentum actually on the 4-hour here, bullish momentum on the MACD, so see a slight recovery here. The RSI was also oversold, so you do expect some kind of a recovery really here on the daily, even very much oversold. We have really rarely been that much oversold, but that is a bearish RSI. Yeah, you see how we have mainly been hovering here below the 50 level. That is a bearish RSI. Oversold, yes or no, it doesn't really matter. It is still a bearish RSI, really only when we get back into the upper half. And we swing between 50 and you could say 70. That is when we get bullish. So yeah, this is something to observe. Anyway, hopefully you liked the update about Gala. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, maybe check out the channel membership. Also make sure you follow us again on Instagram and Twitter. There's additional content on there. Plus, if you're interested to learn more about trading, then maybe check out our trading course we offer on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.